Beautifuls. One of the things I absolutely love about traveling is it continually puts me in new and different situations, and I can't act from old thinking or old patterns because there's nothing to relate it to, and it really creates a barometer of where I am in my growth journey. And one of the things that I have been working on for years is people pleasing, and a particular aspect of people pleasing, and that is speaking my truth. Because when you're a people pleaser, very rarely do you speak your truth, and it becomes so ingrained, such a pattern of behavior, that we often lose touch with what our truth is. And to get to the place where we actually voice our opinions, when we first start, that is really scary. And I've been working on that for years. And on this journey here in India, I came into this beautiful situation that took me to a new aspect, and I realized I still had some more healing to do. So I wanted to share that here. In India, one of the most fun things, it's also incredibly stressful, is going shopping for clothes and fabric. And it's very different than here. If you're going for suits, they have them, they're sets. It's like fabric that's already pre-cut in the design to make a suit. It's not stitched or anything, and it's stitched to your dimensions afterwards, but they're in these little cellophane packages, and there are hundreds of thousands of them in a store you go into, and they're all different fabrics, all different textures, colors, you name it. And they also, when you go, you can buy also just fabric, right? Not in suits or in the cellophane, and they're there on big rolls or on big wads. And you walk in to these beautiful establishments, and you sit down, and like so many places here in the East, when you are a guest to a establishment, they will offer you something to drink. So it'll be coffee, juice, cha, water, and if you stay long enough, they're going to offer you food as well. It's a very unique and fun, exciting experience. But in this place where they start bringing stuff out, then you choose. You say yes or no. And I learned from my dear friend, there's no maybe. There's so many options that if anything's a maybe, it's a no. It's like, okay, I can do this. So we sit down, and I realized that I was worried about offending this gentleman, that I didn't like what he kept picking for me. And I was like, whoa, this people-pleasing thing is still very much alive. And I sat with it for a little bit, and I realized I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And that whole first visit to the shop was highly uncomfortable. I broke out in a sweat even, and I was like, I've done lots of work. Why is this happening now? And in this beautiful time we're in of transition, is we're being afforded opportunities to clean out the last bit, the last vestige of these aspects of us that no longer resonate and are no longer part of us. And I'm happy to say that I've gone on several trips since then, and it's amazing to see the difference from the first time I went into one of these establishments till now, because now he'll pick a package off the thing, and before he even opens it, I'm like, no, I don't want that. And I understand it's his job. He's not going to be offended, and he is trying to help me I'm trying to help him, because if I say no before he even opens the package, that's one less thing he has to put back in the package. One other aspect I noticed in this exchange is, in this place of vibrant colors, there's also much activity. So you'll be sitting along this display and sitting face to face to the, so far it's only been gentlemen who are showing you the fabrics. The fabrics are behind them. They're also behind you. So there's also another person behind you that typically will chalk suits and fabrics over your head to the person that's in front of you. And that was something I found myself ducking and diving, even though these guys, the precision with which they can throw these packages is unreal. But I realized that my sense of safety was very different here than at home, or at least I was more aware that I had an edge. I was still a little bit on edge. And the longer that I've been in India, the more, I guess, desensitized I've become to all of the noise, all of the colors, all of the movement, all of the interactions. And now I can go into one of these beautiful cloth shops and they can whip fabrics around my head and beside me, past me, and I don't flinch. But these are just some of the experiences I've had here in this beautiful country, and my journey here is slowly coming to an end for this trip anyway. And I wanted to share these perspectives here in hopes that it will help those who are traveling to do so consciously, to take moments of new experience and to test your bandwidth of where your growth is, where you still need to grow. And of course, we I don't like that word. We could be doing this and can be doing this in every aspect of our life, in every interaction. However, it is easier to see the difference when we are out of our comfort zone, out of our regular environment, because it forces us to think and behave in new ways. And that way we get to test, we get to see a more accurate picture of where we are on our growth journey. I thank you so much for listening to this perspective, and until we speak again, please be well.